guys, Ash here, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. I am not alone. I'm joined by MTG Jedi. MTG Jedi, our second collab ever, man. I am thrilled. I'm excited. How you doing?
I'm good. Fresh off a haircut, listening to some pop punk from the 2000s. It's been a good day.
Some pop punk, you said?
Yeah.
Like what? Give us a suggestion here.
I love the first OG Taking Back Sunday album.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like. You know what I've been into lately is I guess kind of maybe along the, probably not, but maybe synth Euro. Anyway, I've taken a deep dive on Daft Punk.
Heck yeah.
I'm like, awesome. Obviously I knew their hits and stuff. I'm not like I was aware of the band for decades, but man, I am deep diving, like Random Access Memories. I have it on repeat, that album. But anyway, there's our musical recommendations, guys. I guess that's a video. Thanks for watching. We're going to do a collab on MTG Jedi's channel as well. So check that out. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and check him out. All right, so it's update day, kind of, sort of, the day 2 or whatever. And there's a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot going on. The fusion, the difficult fusion, right? Any thoughts, by the way, on the fusion? I saw Boozer. I thought he had an amazing breakdown. Maybe you did too. I'm sorry if I missed it. I felt like everybody came up with the fusion calendars, but he had a great breakdown in basically how difficult this was, which is a shame because I think that he's a really, really good champion. But any general thoughts on the fusion, like from your perspective?
Well, number one, I like it. That's the number one question that I get asked is, do you think the fusion's going to be good? Yes, it's going to be very, very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Should you go for it? Yes, you should go for it if you can.
Agree.
The weird part is they almost broke it down into 4 sections instead of 3. So the layout is just different than usual. And I don't know how to feel about that. I think if you're good on shard resources as per usual, you will have not a hard time because you can do the summon rush, get the extra epic, and then skip 4 events.
The epic sucks too, I feel like.
Yeah. But if you can't do that, then yeah, you have to do 16 events in 15 days or whatever.
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah,
it's
a shame.
Not nice like we would have liked for an anniversary fusion. It's definitely not easier.
Yeah, it's not like let's give a bone to the player base and make it a nice easy one. It's the old school where you got to upgrade everybody, and this calendar is pretty aggressive as well. It's funny. I think that Lord Entertainer Fabian, you can say what you want about this champion. I've seen kind of a divided reaction in the community, but not divided. I think overall positive, but as always, I feel like I made a video like hyping up this fusion with Druck, basically saying that I think he's going to be the new Armans, which means that you're going to be banning Armans and seeing a lot of Lord Fabian, or banning a lot of Lord Fabian and getting a lot of Armans.
I agree.
in live arena. But it's funny when I don't say anything about a fusion, or if I say I'm skipping, people are like, Ash, you're out of touch. A lot of players can use this fusion. And when I say that this fusion is a can't miss, which I don't say, but when I say it's a really good one, people are like, of course you're going to say that. You creators telling us we have to go for him. I can't win, man. I can't win.
Yeah,
I think he's close to a must fuse though. Anyway, if you want to. But I want to talk to you about, we have background battles that nobody has yet, or actually some people do, but they're rolling them out slowly, right? You might be wondering, where's my background battles? I want to try them out. Some of my clan mates have them. I don't have them yet. Do you?
No, I don't have them yet either.
All right.
I did get to test them on the test server, and they're nice, but it's just like, come on guys, get your stuff together.
Yeah, they're rolling them out slowly.
Put it out there.
So I'm waiting for my invite, just like that Supreme Club. But anyway, so we don't know about background battles, so TBD on that. Did you like, though, background battles from your playtesting them on the test server?
I do. I do like them. The problem is everybody wants to be able to do more than one thing at one time. Like run my dragon, run my Doom Tower. That's not where we're at. And if you just accept that, then there's a lot you can do while you have your background battles running. You just can't run more than one thing at one time. Like you can't play arena and do Sand Devil. You can't do that. But you can do Sand Devil and fix your gear.
Yeah.
Or Sand Devil and do champion training in the tavern.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can do, but it's certainly not perfect.
People are going to be, I think that if you have low expectations, just like with everything in life, you're going to enjoy it, right? Because it's going to be fun to be able to, like, at least me, sometimes I get in that position where I'm like, okay, I would actually need to do some gear cleansing. I need to do some rebuilding on some champions, especially for live arena and stuff like that. But it's like, oh, but I need to do this. I need to work on the fusion. I need to do so. It'll actually be good for in that regard, but also be a letdown compared to what could be, right? Like playing the arena, and like that would be really fun.
I just think if they let you do arena and a dungeon, that would be perfect.
They said that's what they're building towards. So hey, hopefully that's because they've been bent over backwards. Like, hey, this is just version 1. This is just a version 1. We're gonna have PvP. So hey, I'm not holding my breath for when that is, but I'm gonna hold them to their word that they're gonna. Yeah. So live arena seasons, right? Now listen, don't click off because we're talking about live arena. I know it's not for everybody, but the thing is I'm really super passionate about this. I've been low-key, kind of almost guiltily been waiting for this day, man. Like, I've been waiting for live, and I've been grinding it. Right now, I'm like 73rd in the world, right?
Yeah, that's sick.
And, you know, I'll share my 74% win rate here so far.
That's actually good, though.
Well, it's good, but it's like great. It's a Kraken fest. Congratulations. I can probably go into the brains of anybody watching right now and be like, yeah, congratulations, Ash. You spent $1 million and now you can be top 100 on your stupid little leaderboard. And I totally get it because I simultaneously hold two beliefs. Number one is this is the best game mode in all of Raid Shadow Legends Live Arena. I really feel that way. And number two is it's the most inaccessible game mode in all of Raid Shadow Legends, which is such a shame. I have a million reasons why I'm very let down by the live arena seasons. But first, let me pause and allow my lovely guest here to give your quick take. Like, were you excited about this and have you played?
Well, I was excited about it until our little Polarium meeting that we had a little while back where they, tried to tell us that it wasn't going to be what we wanted it to be. Yeah. And then, I've been on the letdown train since then. I have played a little bit. My problem is, like, I don't have the time to sit there and play live arena. And like it's a little bit better now that the time changed for my schedule, but like my schedule just doesn't line up with the times that are available.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe we'll get into it, but like, I feel like the way that they've created it has been very inaccessible to so many people.
I agree. There's so many things. And again, but the good news is I feel like I have the solution, Jedi. I feel like I have it, and you probably do too. Like, a lot of it's unfortunately pretty obvious, but here's the thing. First of all, this is like the very lowest thing on my list of complaints, but it's almost like a slap in the face, these stupid badges that we get here. These badges, like Live Arena Season Expert. All you got to do is finish first out of 40 million players who spent $40 million to get yourself on that badge. Then they've got the Veteran. All you got to do is finish top 10. And then they got the Novice. The Novice is top 100. And then the Live Season Master is finishing first in the Live Arena 5 times. No big deal. Okay. That's interesting. And that's just like almost a litmus test for, okay, things are about to get a lot worse here. So that's number one. Number two is live arena, generally speaking, it's like I said, I think it is absolutely amazing, but it's so strongly correlated to how much you spent, how powerful champions are. Now, these end of season rewards that we get here, first place, they even have the gall to like show us a first place only award. Okay, that's cool. You get a mythical skill dome and a few shards. First place, the first place player, whoever you are, if it's Crypto, if it's Crucid, if whoever the hell it is, they're gonna have probably spent 9 billion times whatever this reward is. I guess the only thing they're gonna care about is the avatar frame, and that's the only area they're going to give out these these mythical ruined obsidians as well. Top 10, you get those. Top 100, you get those. So these end of season rewards are exclusive to the top 100 players only.
Yeah,
that's insane to me. Like, that's insane.
It's just so like feels bad for the entire player base. Like, there's no possible way. I've spent a ton of money and time on this game, and there's no possible way I can finish in the top 100.
I mean, I'm not going to finish in the top 100 because I'm not going to, even if I could, I'm not going to play for 8 hours a day. And that brings me to, I'm going to craft my first Live Arena relic, though. It's exciting. I'll tell you, let you know what I get. I get Royal Digit, whereas 20% chance to decrease incoming damage by 10%. Okay. Not bad, I guess. Was hoping for a little bit more there. But anyway, I do think, really quick side note, I think the artifact sets are awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like them? Especially Rebirth, I think it's amazing. But do you like the new sets?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 9-piece sets, and I was waiting the entire time that I played the game before those were in the game. I was waiting all of that time until they would add those. Now they have, and they're good. They're very good. Even if you don't love the set bonuses, I love the fact that we have now more 1- and 2-piece set options to put on more champions. And then it's cool that they give you the little abilities, at 4, 6, and 9 pieces, whatever. That just adds more strategy and flexibility to the game. I think one of the two is busted and the other one's very good.
Yeah, the Rebirth, man, is insane.
Yeah.
I will say this, man. I'm curious if you'll agree or disagree, but like I would be using. This is so hard to get this stuff. First of all, right? This gear that I would be using my Chaos Ores on this like a maniac. Like I'd be saving it for Rebirth personally. And using it in like, just like, I think I used it on most of my pieces. I got a trip speed roll on one, but like, I figure it's so hard to get this stuff. And I guess that leads me to my other complaint, right? Is like, even if you're not going to finish top 100, it is so competitive right now. So many Krakens in this, in gold, that the competition's so hard that, I mean, it's going to take a lot of grinding even to get the freebies, or not the freebies, but the ladder rewards, I would say, right?
Yeah, let's definitely talk about that, because I have even found it hard to just progress on the seasonal reward track. Like when you're losing so many points versus when you're winning, like I'm just like treading water.
Yeah, I guess I misspoke earlier, I should say, though, correct myself, is milestone 8 at 1320, you can get some ruined obsidian. But good luck getting there, right?
I just don't even know that it's feasible or even remotely possible for the majority of players to do half or all. Like we're not going to see people on milestone 8.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think that so okay, the rewards, I think the rewards are great. I think that the how you get them are very it's so restrictive, it's so tough, and it's so tough for the majority of the player base. So one thing I want to talk about before we go to the fixes, because I'm very passionate about what I think the fixes should be, is I don't necessarily love areas like, for example, Iron Twins, where you're held back by the number of keys that you can use a day, right? Or Faction Wars.
Right.
But in a way, I actually do like those. I guess I'm being convoluted here, but like, I do like it because it is not grindy only, right?
Yeah.
And I really wish that they had. Not everybody will like this. Some players are going to prefer it this way, but I really wish they had restricted the amount of battles, even if it was on the like more liberal side of the restrict. So like maybe it was 20 battles a day, even if it was a high number, 10 battles a day. People who can go in there, and again, these players are insane. Like the one thing I learned on Live Arena, watching a lot of Live Arena, a lot of Cruising streams, and a lot of top player streams, is that these guys know every little like brainiacs when it comes to this. Yeah, they spent a ton, but there's a lot of strategy involved, a lot of strategy. But these guys also grind 200 battles. I feel like I've not been nonstop, man. I feel like I've been playing nonstop, and I have 50 battles, and it's like 216 already. So it's like a grindy mode. Like the way to win isn't necessarily to be the best. It's to grind the most and be very good and have spent a lot of money and so like there's 3 big, and I wish they had taken one away at least and made it a certain amount of battles per day and a lot of gravity on those battles. Do you agree with that, or how would you?
Yeah, for sure. Like some type of balancing factor.
Exactly.
Like because you can still play the normal ladder, but maybe some kind of maximum for the season,
Yeah, something. something to restrict it from just being a grindy, you got to play every time on the schedule every day all night.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's get to, man, I've been such a huge advocate, and I even said on our little behind the scenes Plarium call that wasn't really behind the scenes, is like, I'm not sure if you remember, but I was like, dude, because they were like, hey, we don't want to do restrictive content. I'm not sure. Do you remember their reason that they gave me for not doing restrictive content?
Just like not being able to use the new champions.
Yes. They're like, if we give, because my whole ask was, listen, why don't we have battle rules. Every champion picked in the battle must be unique. Why not add new battle rules? Only epics, only a certain faction, only whatever. But they could do 2 ladders. They could do like the pay-to-win normal ladder, but they could do a theme in every season or something like that, right? That way it would be more inclusive to a broader player base. Hey, I can make a Skinwalkers team. I can focus on that. I have those champions. I can focus on epics. I have a bunch of empowered champions that I really would love to compete, and then it's capped by not just a spend wall or pay wall all the time. So that's like number one. And they were like, yeah, but if they do that, think about it this way. What if you pull a Marichka out of a Void Shard and then you can't use her? Like, that was the reason they didn't want to add the restrictive content. I think my rebuttal was, first of all, like, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the issue, because you're going to be going against +4 empowered, fully blessing out Marichkas, but you just do it in addition to, right? And like, there'll be a lot of individual pride that people will take to win the best rare or whatever it may be, like, I would love that personally, and it would give an equal playing field. So I love restrictive content. Just do it in addition to, have 2 ladders, have like another little tab here that's like, you can just switch between which one, and you're restricted. But you know what I think is a better idea, and I wanted to run it by you, because you're kind of an idea guy. You have a lot of videos with ideas on how to fix and improve the game. So I think they should borrow a page from Siege before you vomit. They should actually, the good part about Siege that they need to, do more of and continue to improve. But like, I think you should earn a currency when you're playing the arena, and this whatever like mana orbs type thing, right? Or whatever, florins, and you can use those to like set set something, right? Like similar to in Siege, where I can go to a post and I can set it to be HP based only or whatever, I think you ought to be able to cash in to be able to use to set a restriction, right? And then it would add a lot of counterplay as well, or a lot of just strategic, options and more accessibility to players out there. That way you can focus on one certain specific sort of team, right? You like it or dislike it? What do you think?
I think that that's cool. I'm worried about the polariumification. That's a word, right?
Yes, it is a word. It's in the dictionary. You can look it up.
Yeah, it's in the dictionary. I'm sure of it. But I like the idea of that. Like, those type of restrictions for Siege, that's exactly the type of thing we want for Live Arena. I mean, that's what I want for sure. But you know what? I think that for some reason, Plarium is just really, really hesitant, like, to put in anything like that. And like, overly cautious, I want to say. So, although I would love that in the game, I think maybe what we should be pushing for is just friendly battles. And then
I hear you on friendly battles. It's a good call out. Yeah.
We can do all of those things. We can do whatever we want with the friendly battles. And that's a feature that I think Plarium would put in the game.
Yeah.
So if we can't convince them to like give us the live arena of our wildest dreams, then what can we convince them to work on? I think that's friendly battles.
I love the idea of friendly battles. Think of all the cool things we could do. Man, I'm like tanking my arena in the background on auto. I'm gonna take it off. I think of what we could do. Like, we have a little own clan tournaments. We could have like, forget just creators, but like clans could do their own thing. Like, that could be so much fun to have like an actual tournament system. But like, wouldn't you still want an option, even in that system? Wouldn't you still want a PvP option in this game where things could be standardized somehow?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, for sure.
No?
And with the friendly battles, I would love for that to get points towards our whatever ladders, arena chests, all of that stuff. Like, we don't want it to just be like no rewards. It would be great if within the friendly battles there were rewards built in. There was like a tournament bracket built in, all of that. But like I don't care. I will set up, I will run all of that. I will make it accessible for everybody to use. Just put it in the game, a button where we can challenge people, and I promise you I'll do the rest. So that's all we need to start.
Okay, I'm sure there's going to be a popular idea in the comments too. You guys let us know like what you think about that, you know, like adding friendly battles. To me, it'd be so much fun. Like I would love to battle my clanmates. And speaking of which, like again, this is like low on the list of things that I want. But like even in Live Arena, man, like they show the top 100, man. Did you notice that? They show the top 100 players. So like if you're not top 100, you have no idea how you're doing. You know, you could be 101 or you could be 10,000 on the list or 100,000 on the list, right? Like it's so weird to me that how in the actual rankings, like when I was climbing up, I'm like, okay, can I even do this? I don't know. If I can, like, where am I? And I couldn't even see it. So like, I would love to see, I don't know how you are in your clan, man, but like, I love competing with my clanmates, right? Like, even if I don't say I am, right? I'm always trying to outscore them or do better than them or whatever. But the problem is I can't see where anybody is or what anybody is doing. So like, I felt like they could have at least added some more social aspects to it, at the very, very least, you know? So anyway, cool. those are all my thoughts, man. I feel like I feel like this is a big flop, and I was so excited for it, man. Even though I shouldn't have been, you know, shame on me. I
think that like before we like wrap up here, can we just plug one more time the end of season rewards chests? There needs to be a more robust system for that. I'm gonna put it in again. I know we already mentioned it.
Plug it away. I hear you, man. Yeah.
First top 10. Well, first, then the next 9, then the next 90. 100 people total get these end of season chests.
It's insane.
That's just insane.
It's so hard to get the rewards they do have, which are great, and then it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, do you? Again, I'm ranting here, but like, do you want people to play your game? Do you want people? People don't. How can you enjoy this? You know, like I don't. Anyway, it's disappointing. I mean, I don't want to sit here and complain for 25 minutes, which we've already done, but I just like, it's a bummer because as I said at the beginning of the video, and I guess it's a good point to end on, at least on my end, man, is like, I think it's the best game mode in Raid. I really do. I think it's like it's so freaking strategic. It really is, but you need the champions, or it's so inaccessible, right? So it's a shame. It's a shame, you know? Yeah. So anyway, any final thoughts here, MTG Jedi?
No, thank you so much for having me on today. You know, I really appreciate being here. I think the more that we can talk about what's going on from the player side, like Plarium, they don't really know until we tell them. Yeah. And so, you guys, put your thoughts in the comments, because they do read the comments. They will see this video, promise you. They will watch it. They will read your comments. So, like, be constructive. Don't be super negative. But, like, go tell them how you feel. They will hear you.
I think it's a great note to end on. So let us know how you feel about this, guys. Let us know. I'm imagining, maybe I'm totally wrong, but I'm imagining that most of my viewers are like, yeah, I don't even care, you know? And I hope that's not the case, but I kind of fear it might be, right? Like, I fear that like they're just like, yeah, I don't even care about live arena at all, but it shouldn't be that way. Anyway, guys, we're gonna continue the conversation on MTG Jedi's. I don't know why I say your whole entire name every time, but like we're gonna continue it on his channel. Check it out. Subscribe if you're not already. Thanks again for joining me, man. It was a good chat. I'm hopeful, even though I shouldn't be, for a brighter future.
I'm always hopeful.
Yes. All right, guys, thank you for watching until the end of the video. Let us know how you feel about this update so far, whether it's the fusion, whether it's the background battles that aren't really there. If you have them, let us know what you think of them, or the live arena seasons. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.